So here, let's do it. What database do you think are maintained in the following places? One can be done for you an example. So what database can be there? Such as in school library, what database can be there? The record of the books will be there, database of the books will be there, then database of the students who have taken the book, who have issued the book, who have not issued the book, who have returned the book, all are there. Then factories, this you have to do by yourself, don't look from here. Then the police use various database to help them track the criminals and solve the crime. So police use the various database for tracking the criminal and to solve the criminal cases. They are able to look for trends or patterns in crimes, and this helps them to establish whether a person could be responsible for the freeze or burglaries or assist assaults that have been taking place. So police is having the track of all the criminals. So if they came in notice, if it come in notice that burglaries and assaults are being done, then they can trace that this particular criminal has done this or not, so that they can inquire it. They are able to cooperate with other police forces, and then they can share the information also. Then library database, what library database is used? A library store details of all the books in the database. When you want to know if a book is in stock or not, you can simply enter either the title, author number, ISBN number, and search for the information about the book. You can also check when the book is due to be returned, also reserve it. So library database, what is the purpose of the library database? It checks the book whether it is in stock or it is being in stock or it is not there. Or you can simply type the title of the author, the author name, or the ISBN number, which is the number given on the book. You can search the information from there. You can check it whether the book is being what book we have taken, and what book we are having, and what is the due date we have to return the book. The database also record the details of all the borrowers. It also record the details of the borrowers, what books they currently have out on loan, and what they have to due back. When they return their books, the librarian will be informed if they are overdue and whether they are on the fines outstanding. So whether they are on fine, whether the due date is not given, or whatever is there, we maintain in library database. Then difference between database and spreadsheet. What is the difference between database and spreadsheet? You may find it a spreadsheet such as the one you did in MS Excel also shows data in the rows and columns. So you can find them in the spreadsheet also, such as you do in MS Excel. It shows the data in the form of rows and columns, yet it is a major difference. So it is a major difference. A spreadsheet does not recognize data to be related. A spreadsheet do not recognize, major difference, it will not recognize data to be related. In a spreadsheet that contains the marks of 10 students in different subjects, you can find out the highest marks from the column, but you cannot find the name of the student who scored the highest mark. This is because the spreadsheet does not understand the relation between the different columns. Example of the major difference is given here. That spreadsheet, it will contain the marks of the 10 students who have scored in different subject. We can find the highest marks from the column, but we cannot find the name of the student who have scored the highest marks. So it means that spreadsheet does not understand the relation between the different columns. Then let us understand by using example. Example is given here. Here is a worksheet in Excel. We are having the sheet in Excel. However, in the worksheet, Excel does not know that student have scored 60 marks in English in unit test 1. All that Excel knows is that there is a data in the cell. It does not relate them to each other. So Excel does not know that student has scored 60 marks in English and whatever subject or whatever unit they have scored the marks. What Excel knows? It only knows that the data is having there is some data in the cell, and it do not relate to each other. If we make a database of the same thing, the rows become related to columns. So if we make it in database, make this same table in the database, it will relate to each other, means rows and columns will relate to each other. For example, a database can tell the test when the score was more than 80%. So database can tell you that what test it was, that when the marks was 80%, more than 80%, or the individual subject in which the performance was below average. So it can also tell that the performance of the individual person whose average was below. Then let's do it is given here. What database do you think are maintained in the following places? So databases we have to write here. What database, school library, what database is given there? This we have read. Now let's do it. Let's do it. I have gone to the earlier page. Let us consider the following database of employees in the departmental store. In the column, we have the employee code. So we have the database of an employee in the departmental store. We are having the employee code, then salesman name, sales made by him in the first quarter means January to March, and sales made by him in second quarter means April to June. Then sales made by him in third quarter, that is July to September, and sales made by him in fourth quarter, that is October to December. Then what kind of useful information do you think can be taken from the database? Total sales for each salesman, every salesman, then average sales for every salesman, then highest sales. Can you think of the major types of the information that company might need from the databases? You have to do this by yourself, don't look from here. Then the elements of the database. What are the elements of the database? A database is the collection of related data elements. What are these elements? Well, we can identify these three basic elements of the database, which are tables, columns, and rows. In the database, tables are called entities. So the database, in a database, the tables are known as entities. They are the central object around which the database revolves. So these are the central objects around which the database revolves. Then, for example, in your school library, books are the main entry, and apart from the books, students are also a main entry. So example is given here of the school library, books are the main entry, and apart from this, student are also the main entry. Columns are called field. This is the most important thing, represent the attributes of the table. Then consider the book table for the of a library, which what attribute with the book have? It will be having the accession code, name of the book, name of the author, the price of the book, then the name of the publisher also. The next thing is rows are called record. These columns are the field and rows are the records. It will represent the actual data, whereas field describe what data is stored. The rows of the tables are where the actual data is being stored. Then primary key. What is primary key? Every table in the database must have a primary key. So firstly, you keep it in your mind that primary key is the unique identity, unique thing. So a primary key is a field of the column that differentiates one record from the other. Every record in the table will have a unique primary key. So primary key is a field of the column which differentiates one record from the other, and every record in a table, it will have a unique primary key. Here are some examples. Some examples are given here. It's roll number. Like roll number of each and every child of the class is being different. We can't have roll number 1 of 2 students in the same class, same section. Then admission number. Number cannot be same of the students or multiple students. Then car number. Car number of different people cannot be same. Then license number cannot be same. So these are all the examples of the primary key. So now let's do it is given here. We have to find at least 5 more examples of the primary key. This also you have to do by yourself. Don't look from here. Then uses of the databases. Do your parents get a lot of junk emails in your inbox or advertisement message on the phones? You must have often wondered how people get to know about you and your contact details. So have you seen the junk mails into the inbox of your father's or mother's email box? Or you might have seen the messages, advertisement or message in the phones also. So can you wonder how we get the message, how these advertisement people get our contact details? This is so because there is information about you spread in the different places. This information came about either directly or indirectly. This data get accumulated by the companies into the database. So all the information about us is being spread into the different places. From there they collect the information and they send the messages. For example, whenever you make a purchase with the credit card, you are providing shopkeeper with the information about the person who is interested in buying things like you bought. Suppose you bought a fancy leather bag. The database collected for all the people who bought leather bags becomes of use to people who wish to sell, let us say, fancy leather belts. So example is given here. If we want to purchase anything by our credit card, then the shopkeeper will have the information about us because we are buying. They will have the information about us, like we are buying the leather bag. Then they will get the information about us, each and everything they will get the information. Then another example of the use of the database can be during a blood donation camp. Data of the blood donors is carefully maintained and used in the times of the need. So the person who donates the blood, the information about them is being stored, and whenever they will need the blood, they will call that particular person, they will contact the particular person. For example, during an emergency, it can be easier to contact the regular donor who have been tested with the acceptable blood, whose blood group is already known. So during an emergency, any emergency if there is there, then the regular donor, they can get tested, and they have the person who is being tested, and with acceptable blood, they will take the blood from them. Then let's do it. Can you think of at least 3 more uses of database? You have to write the 3 more uses of database in here. The predictive value of data is also a very important parameter for its use. Companies use financial data to learn how this business perform and what they can expect in future. Here are some interesting points that people have analyzed with the help of databases. They are the retail sales going up and down monsoon season. So the retail sales goes up and down in the monsoon season. Then gold rates usually become higher during the Diwali season because most people buy onto that time. People who exercise are less likely to get heart attack. The people who exercise regularly, they get less heart attack. Then children who speak early are often more intelligent. The children who speak early, they are more intelligent. Surveys are done by filling up data and analyze the trends shown. Thus, we see how database contribute to our everyday living in a big way. So, on this turn, we will continue till here only. On the next turn, means next presentation, we will continue the remaining part of the chapter. Till then, thank you and take care.